Gamers of Reddit, what are the strangest things you've heard over an open mic?
Was playing Dawn of War on TeamSpeak and this guy got in a loud, heated argument accusing his wife of having an affair because she walked in the door at like midnight. We were going to kick him from the channel but it got really juicy. Then it got scary. Then it got sad. I think he was playing to distract himself.
Space Marines and Elder soundly defeated the Chaos and AFK Orc team. Some friends and I were playing Call of Duty the day Bernie Mac died. We were talking about it and a black guy on our team thought we were making it up. When we finally convinced him, he was quiet for a few seconds, then, in a very distraught tone, said, "Man, I gotta call my mama," and left the game.
Several years ago I was doing a 40-person raid in WoW. Many people in the guild were from CA. At the time I lived in Oakland. We hear one guy around neighbor call out, "Whoa." Then a few seconds later I feel a pretty substantial earthquake and announce it over vent. A few seconds a couple people around San Jose chime in their surprise too. It was pretty cool to hear how the quake rippled south in real time. Older lady told me I had a sexy voice and wanted me to recite the alphabet slowly.
Not strange but caught me really off guard. ACS server I used to frequent to Gaiken on voicecoms to say goodbye like a normal person would. But what he said was that he just finished chemo and that he would play during his treatments. Now that he wasn't getting chemo he wouldn't have that time to play anymore. It was a nice change to hear after the usual chatter. That'll always stick with me.
My WoW raid leader's wife masturbating and having a screaming orgasm while we were raiding Black Temple. He took his headset off and queued it up just as she got off next to him. It was a weird guild. Edit. Oh. And in Wrath. In the same guild. We were working on 3 Drake South Arian when one of our mages yelled, "AFK mom on fire." Mid-pull. Turned out she really did catch on fire while cooking. He had to take her to the emergency room. A few years ago, I was in a Rift guild with the strangest California desert hicks. This couple lived in the hills outside San Diego on some big piece of property with their kids and the guy's parents. They were actually decent enough of players. He was an especially solid tank, but damn if they didn't interrupt raid for the craziest of reasons. One week it was kid with a broken arm. The next, the in-laws' roof was on fire. The frequency and kind of incident were always enough to make the rest of us wildly speculate about what the hell kind of living situation these people had. The best time they interrupted raid, guys, we got a take 20. The kangaroo is loose again. Playing Call of Duty a few years back. Heard a woman having a really viscous vicious rant towards her husband who was in our team. Dick size was mentioned. Mothers were berated and infidelity was confessed. The guy just played on. Stop throwing poptarts at the cat.
My GF used to play WoW a lot and was playing with her guild, and during a break she started playing with her dog and baby talking to it. She accidentally hadn't muted her mic so her whole guild was listening and they kept quiet and recorded it. The audio track was on the guild website for a while.
Not too strange, but a guy I raid with has voice activation instead of push to talk, so occasionally we'll hear him talking to his wife or daughter. Some examples: "Where's the remote? I don't know. Love you baby." To which the whole guild responds in, "I love you too." And giggles. Edit. Monday morning spieling. Not directly related, but what about that WoW or maybe League streamer that had sex on camera after forgetting to turn off his live stream? Edit. Ubigs22 found the guy. His name was Murder Alf. I haven't checked any links people are posting, but the video I remember is it's his livicum in the top right and he bones his girlfriend cowgirl, I think, after blowjob. I joined a COD lobby to hear this dialogue between 2 other gamers. "Hey man, do you remember your first blowjob?" "Yep, what did it taste like?" "I had a blood up." "Well, what?"
Heard a full-grown man cry when our WoW guild disbanded. Was playing World of Tanks on Xbox 360, and this guy on my team, who was playing in a German tank, was blaring German military music from World War II over the mic. It wasn't strange. More so an out of the blue sort of thing. Edit. I'm guessing I should watch Girls and Pants now. Also, I should get a PC ASAP and play Red Orchestra too.
I got stuck with a clan on COD MW that said white power almost every minute.
They sound more like a clan to me.
Was playing Call of Duty a few years ago and there was a bunch of kids mouthing off "I'm 35. I generally ignored it and tried to be a good sport because they were just being kids. I get my ass totally handed to me, as usual. And I'm sitting in the lobby after a particularly brutal loss when one of the kids goes, "Hey Bcons 56, do you like dragons?" Yeah, I guess. That's good because I was dragging my nuts across your face the entire game. I'll admit, I still laugh thinking about it now. Was on a break during 25-man raid in WoW. This guy's mic opens and his tune starts running straight for the boss and all I can hear is him scream Fluffy no. Fluffy is a cat and we all know where she's Saturday. We were wiped out as most people were AFK. Not strange, I know. But it was funny enough to remember from BC days. Troll the respawn. Jeremy.
I once happily overheard a friend of mine online answer the door for a delivery package. He had his PC set up in the living room apparently and kept his mic open. Why was this unique? Because after about 3 whole seconds I then got to happily overhear my friend's dog come crashing into the scene and valiantly defend his owner from this delivery man. Much swearing and panicking was heard. Back in WoW days. Vented some Sunwell Plateau raid with somebody who turned out to be like 5 years old and more interested in the colors and the screen than the task at hand. We were all ready to land hard on a poor performer, but when we realized it was a kid and maybe a slow kid at that, everybody tried to be as nice as possible while still keeping the raid together. It was actually one of the nicer WoW experiences I had. In my Killzone days on PS3. On the EU servers occasionally I would come across these 2 Russian guys that for the whole match would just be yelling, and I mean yelling completely unintelligible things down the mic. It was impressive how they managed to do that and actually play the game at the same time.
I guess I would call it strange because I have never experienced anything like it before or after this happened. I was playing an 8v8 in Halo 3. I had just started getting into the online world of it and was really enjoying myself, so I looked for a match and get sent to the lobby right before we went straight to the game. If I recall correctly, you would get to vote on what type of match and the map you wanted to play in. So as we do that, one of the guys starts a beat, then a second joins in the exact beat. I recognized it as the "We Will Rock You" by Queen beat. Then one guy starts to sing it. The next verse was someone else, and the song went on and on. I even pitched in. After we finished, no one even recognized what had happened and normal chat continued. It was pretty cool and it has never happened again since then. I tried to initiate it once or twice but ended up making a fool of myself. Playing Halo 3 a few years ago when a player shouted to a friend, "Hey, we can go to Red Lobster if it ain't too expensive." Imagine a very thick backwoods accent to get the full effect. Not strange, but it was amusing.
While playing WoW, a raid of 40 people, the shaman yelled to his young daughter, "Sarah, put the poo back in the toilet." It wiped the raid. 2 of the best were "It's Like Jesus Christ Was Born Again," only Gangsta, and one dude who did commentary on the entire Halo 3 match, professional quality broadcast commenting. It was amazing. Get out of my pussy, nigger. Who was that? My brother. What? I heard a kid get beat by someone who sounded like Dr. Phil on an indie game. It was kind of funny, but I couldn't tell if they were serious. Dr. Phil, you sexy man.
Back when MW2 was in its heyday, I joined a lobby that happened to have a bunch of Brits queued together. When teams were made, they were all on one team and my team was all random Americans. One of us says, "Oh hey, it's funny how that happened," to which one of the Brits replies, "Shut up you fat American pig." God, it was on at that point. It was American Revolution Part 2, freedom rings twice. To their credit, it was super close, but we wanted, no needed, to win so bad we became a fine-tuned machine and began dominating. By the last 10 seconds of the match we knew we won and began chanting USA, 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 over and over. They tried to object but our chants were too much and they left the lobby. I haven't found an experience like that ever again. But God, it was amazing.
On Team Fortress 2, a hacker played Aqua Barbie Girl for 2 hours over his mic. Thank you. Thanks for watching our videos. We work hard to make sure you keep coming back for the content we produce. And if you like this video, please feel free to subscribe our channel. We would love to hear your own stories in the comment section below.